If opening a print shop is something you're interested in doing, then this is the video for you, because I just opened one for the first time ever and I had no idea what I was doing, and I still did it anyway because that's what's important. And in this video I'll be going over every step of my journey too, from just thinking about it to shop launch day. I'll even share how much everything costs to set up, and in my opinion this is the way to do it on a budget. So if you've been around for a while, you'll know that I create both digital and traditional art. I want prints for both, of course, but I really want to focus on digital works first because the idea of having my super shiny pieces on top of super shiny paper is very appealing to me. So I knew I wanted to sell on Etsy because I checked out a few other websites and this is the one that I wanted to go with. But from there I had to choose whether I wanted to print everything myself, keep the stock somewhere in my house, not sure where, and then sort mailing and postage prices myself, which, by the way, postage for me to a lot of countries is very expensive, and it can actually go up to almost 20 whole buckaroons, which is absolute madness. Or I had to find a manufacturer with the level of quality I was looking for that could sort all of the postage and shipping for me for, fingers crossed, a lot cheaper. I think you guys know which one I went for. I really don't have the space to keep lots of stock or the extra pennies to ship everything from my little corner of the world, so I went with finding a manufacturer. Now there are lots of options for this. I went into the depths of the internet. I had a little look at Printify, which I know is a super popular one. I also had a little bit of a look at, what's the name of it? Inprint, that's the one. So I had a little look at Printify, Inprint, a couple of other websites. While I was looking at Printify, I actually really wanted stickers to be a part of my shop. I still do, but the priority is definitely making prints. I've always wanted to sell stickers, and I definitely will in the future, but finding a manufacturer makes good stickers, good quality stickers, and doesn't just like slap them on a page really awkwardly and has decent packaging, or at least like cuts them all out individually, I found quite hard to find. So that's a problem for future me, but let's just get what we can up and running. And in fact, I actually struggled with stickers so much with Printify that I completely quit Printify completely, so I never went back. I'm sure many people recommend Printify, but I was so hyper focused on stickers that when it didn't work out, I had to put myself into timeout for a little bit. I began my search for another manufacturer, eventually landing with a company called Gelato. Now, I'm not sponsored, guys, though I have seen loads and loads of ads for them recently, so maybe they're just spreading their wings. I'm not sure, but I decided to give them a go. Unfortunately, no stickers yet, but the website was super straightforward to use, which it seemed to have affordable prices, and it offered test orders for a reduced price again when you set it up. So I ended up being able to order all of these prints for just about £20, which I'd say is a very, very, very good price for some test prints. To choose which pieces I wanted to send to them for them to send back to me so I can test their print quality, I went for pieces with a wide range of colour, some incredibly dark pieces to see how the printers deal with the darker tones, and some really, really detailed high quality ones as well, just to see how they capture detail in the print, just to make sure I'm happy that it covers all bases. So I accumulated my order, selected pay, and then they were on their way, and all I could do was wait, really. Quite a lot was going through my head at this point, mostly about the paper quality. Thankfully I didn't have to wait long because the shipping was incredibly fast, only a few days, and then before I knew it they were on my doorstep, and it was time to see how they turned out. Now, as you can see, they came in this solid tube all rolled up, which seems really nice, and it's an efficient way to package up straight pieces of paper without having to worry about bending and stuff like that. Taking them out of the tube, I was meticulously scanning for image quality, comparing to the original image, making sure the dark spaces came out not too dark, and checking the paper too for any damage to the paper, so any scratches or anything like that. The paper itself is super sturdy. I believe it's about 170 GSM, so it's nice and thick, very durable. It's proper quality paper, which is what I was after. It's also super shiny, which is again what I was after because I love shine, and it also had no defects on the surface. I'm super impressed. The curling here is crazy though because they've been rolled up for so long, so my next mission is to flatten them ready for photos. To do this, I'll be lying the prints flat, placing a sheet sheet of greaseproof paper of similar size on top, and then repeating the process. This is so that when I heavy press the images, they won't stick together when I lift them apart hours down the line. With that done, now we wait. In the meantime, however, let's begin setting up my shop because I'm very happy now with my manufacturer. Again, going with Etsy here. I believe my setup fee ended up being around £14, and that was the setup fee plus the 5 prints that I immediately uploaded to Etsy. So they charge you about 20p per listing, which is a-okay for me. With the Etsy shop skeleton available, I can start making my listings on Gelato, choosing just 5 to begin with and picking the pieces that my followers ask to see, which consists of my Freddy pieces, the Until Dawn poster, and an additional Marvel Rivals favourite too. After settling on my pieces, I then went through the listing process, so uploading the designs with the correct dimensions and titling the pieces, filling out the description of the piece, and then filling out the additional information, so colour schemes, dimensions, GSM, all that kind of stuff, and where the manufacturers are across the globe as well. Then we moved on to setting a price, and for this I did have to ask for outside opinions. I asked a lot of people around me as to what they would be willing to pay for this. I'm a little rusty on my pricing my own prints, so if you guys have any feedback on pricing, please do let me know. I did have to factor in how much the manufacturer and shipping takes off of the price to see how much I would actually get for this print, and after that's all done, she is ready to go. Half of the listing process was completed on Gelato and the other half on Etsy, so make sure you've ticked the boxes in both. Decorating my Etsy store was really fun too. Uploading my profile picture and shop banner really helped it feel more like home. And with the actual prints, I was setting up some bundle deals, so if you purchase the Triple Freddy's prints, you get 25% off, and setting up an opening week discount from the 25th of August to the 31st of August, and an additional 25% off of that too, which was super exciting. Now, listen here guys, to everyone here on YouTube, that lovely opening week discount has now disappeared. However, if you are watching this video and you've gotten to this point and you would really like a print, I'm going to be running another 25% off sale, and that is for everyone here on YouTube. If you use this code on the screen right here, it's only going to be available for 2 weeks since this video is uploaded, so make sure you go over there and have a little look-see. I do plan to rotate the prints as well, so around Halloween all the spooky prints go up. November and December I'm going to be putting all the Freddy's up there as well, because the new movie will be coming out around that time. With the shop all pretty and listings ready to go, I have in total only spent £34 British and 16 British pennies, which is most definitely budget friendly, I would say, for starting your own shop. 48 hours later and I physically cannot restrain myself anymore, so photo assignment it is. I'm going to be taking them out now. They look flat enough to me. Once I'm happy with the images, off to Etsy they go. Now I have a bunch of prints lying around, so I think I'd like to run a little giveaway on some of these as well, keeping in mind these are my test prints, so they do have obvious watermarks. There are a couple of markings on there as well where I have carelessly repackaged and unpackaged and scratched them and moved them around, and they've had blue tack on them and things like that. But again, other than that, they are free prints. If you'd like to leave some suggestions down in the comments, that would be really much appreciated, because that way I know what kind of stuff you'd like to do. Let me know how you'd like to win some of these. Let me know what kind of competitions I could run. Monday 25th was opening day, and as of right now recording this, I've actually sold 3 prints, which is super exciting, and I feel so incredibly lucky to have 3 orders already a week later. I really have no words. I feel absolutely over the moon. And to the person that ordered their print immediately as soon as the shop was up, thank you so much. Honestly, words cannot describe how absolutely bouncing off the walls I was. If you would like to have a little look-see for yourself, I will link the shop in the description below. Be sure to give it a look, and any feedback is much appreciated. It is my first time. Let this be your sign to just get started and jump into it. Bye bye.